Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. It is time for another midweek check-in. For this week's check-in, I felt like I needed two things. One, a bevy. A bevy, just a little something to take the edge off. And two, a trusted adult. So I'm so glad that you're here because I have to confess, last week did not go according to plan. I made my way over to Smoothie King. It is like 80 something degrees outside. Yeah, needed to cool off. And so I got a 32 ounce. This is a big boy. The first thing I saw, it said chocolate and it said peanut butter. And I said, that sounds delicious. In recent videos, I was showing that I was at a cabin. And so that was last week, part of this week, this check-in, and another health scare with Lucky. Tell me why on Saturday he ate a chocolate cupcake, like the whole thing, like the entire Publix chocolate cupcake. So had to have his stomach emptied. You get what I'm saying. Thankfully, he is all better. We got him there just in time, so he's good. But that literally was right off of initial health scare for the same issue. A lot of the goals that I had talked about in last week's check-in, like getting my steps in and just kind of reorienting myself to the goals that I had planned and stuff like that, it just didn't quite happen. My focus was not there all week. I wasn't clear on what I was supposed to be doing each day. And so I just, every time I, would go to bed and wake up, I'd be like, what was I supposed to do today? Did I do enough today? I don't know. What were the goals? What was the plan? And then I was like, oh, there was no real plan. So my realization for this past week was that I have goals, I have a foundation, but I didn't have structure. I didn't have a roadmap or a plan. So that's what I created. So in today's check-in, I think we're just going to keep this one pretty brief. I just want to talk about the roadmap that I actually drew out. Super proud of it. Loved it. It was a little bit of an outlet for me. I got to doodle with some colored pens, my favorite. So I'm going to show that to you guys and then talk about essentially my protocol for the next 12 weeks or so. But let's go ahead and get into the visuals. I'll give you guys a tour. So of course, I brought along for the ride our handy dandy notebook. I did update a couple of the pages in here, but the one that I really wanted to talk about today was the roadmap. Okay. Et voila. This is the first time I've doodled a roadmap. I am the kind of person who historically, for all of the goals that I've ever had and plans that I've ever made, I am a list lover. I love lists. I will literally just jot out everything that I plan to do, by when, what's the due date, etc. What if I literally had a visual roadmap for this arc, for this journey that we're on? I thought that'd be pretty cool and fun. This is my 2026 roadmap. These are from March through June. Love the visual here because seeing it laid out like this just reminds me that rebuilding your life is not a simple straight line. It's kind of like, it kind of depicts an ebb and flow, which feels really good. This feels doable. I don't know what it is, just the design feels more doable to me. It's specific enough to guide me, but not so rigid that I totally give up if I miss one thing or if I need to adapt certain things. So you'll notice here I wrote in pencil. I did pen doodles for most of the design, but I wrote in pencil because, I could erase and replace. Oh, hey y'all, this is the first. Editing Chris here, live from the studio. I realized that several of the clips that came after this one had a lot of distorted audio. Don't know what happened there. It does go back to normal, but for now, I figured while we do the little roadmap overview, I'll just voice over that part for you. So yeah, we don't belabor the point. Thanks so much for watching. I'll resume. Okay, so as promised, gonna go ahead and voice over our little roadmap walkthrough. I basically drew out the next 12 weeks like a winding road. Each week has a few simple checkpoints, things like getting my 2 runs in, starting Insanity, which is a plyometric workout, HIIT circuit-based workout. I thought this program would be especially helpful going into my 5K race at the end of the month. Getting my body more conditioned ahead of that race would be great. Then along the road, I did mark a few bigger milestones like the 5K race and my birthday that's coming up in May. So this roadmap leaves space for things to unfold as I go, which is very nice and refreshing. Yeah, after starting this process on Monday, actually getting into Insanity and doing my Duolingo and tracking my spending, just feeling good about actually hitting the mark for everything, just feels so much clearer. Not perfect, because perfection's not the goal, but even around work, which remains to be very busy, I feel like my focus is there because I actually have a plan and I know my protocol. So all I have to do is just follow through with what I plan to do. Which makes me feel so good and like much more confident about my goals, because as I listed out the goals, I was like, oh yeah, this is realistic. Like I can do this over 90 days. Like 90 days, I can see improvement in all of these areas, and this is awesome. But then without a plan, I just felt like I was kind of reaching for a gray zone area. And yeah, but I feel like it all genuinely happened in perfect time, because the first 2 weeks really felt like settling into this alignment era and like just really letting it kind of soak in, being clear about what I want to do, but also be clear on my why. I needed to like really define that, to now realizing like, okay, but to go forward, to actually take action and like measurable action on it, a plan helps me the best. Making this video definitely helped me just kind of come to a clear place, and thanks for talking that out with me. I hope this is helpful for you as well. But now we've got a roadmap to track too. Appreciate having you guys on this journey with me, and I'll see you guys in Sunday's video. Bye.